On today's episode of House of Gloves, we're going to be doing two separate types of water break-ins. We've got a sink break-in with the Zimmery Night Ops, and we've got the bucket one with this Rawlings Pro 204 2 TIG glove. So basically, what's the difference between the two? They're both water break-ins, so they're both going to do an excellent job in being able to shape the glove. But for the Zimmery, it's got a Cordura backing on the back. So doing a full dunk is kind of a waste of time on it. You could do it, but you could probably just get the same results in a lot less time doing a sink break-in. Whereas this guy has got leather all the way around. So honestly, the most effective way is doing the bucket break-in. It will take longer to dry, but it'll give us the results we want in both shaping and being able to break it in effectively with the full leather around the glove. Now, if you don't want to do a water break-in and like a dry break-in, my buddy Glam Gloves will hook you up. He does the best at dry shaping and dry break-ins. Hit him up on Instagram, Glam Gloves, brother. But anyways, we're going to be breaking this in. Remember, Emery is the sink. This is the bucket. Let's go. So the first thing you got to do when deciding to break in a glove is how you want to break it in and where your hinge points are at. Now with this Emery, I've put it on several times already. And it just feels really good two in the pinky. So that's how I'm going to do this. Now, I know with 11.5, a lot of people like to learn traditional, but this one, just by taking it on and off, just kind of feeling around, it just feels absolute money going two in the pinky. And honestly, my finger position, going two in the pinky, right where the welting, right in between the welting, just feels natural. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead, take this over to the sink and get it broken in. All right, what you want to do now is get your water warm, not hot. It's a little too hot. Let's back it off. There you go, right there. That's perfect. Then you're going to take your glove and put it underneath to start getting everything wet. And remember, with this particular material, we're only really worried about the parts that are leather, so don't worry about getting the Cordura wet. But you still want to get inside and get the palm wet. That way you can get that to form to your hand. Alright, now that we got that done, we're going to shake it off and get the shaping. Now we're going to get started with the handwork. Working the heel. Working our hinges. Putting that House of Gloves flare on the thumbs. And this is where this Walton glove ball comes into play. It can help you shape your pocket and also do your rolled fingers and everything. And since it's wood, it kind of helps smooth out any kind of wrinkles you may have in the process. Guys, this thing is worth the money. Grab one of these today from Walton Glove. All right, now we hammer. Get it into your hand, kind of feel around. And just keep doing that until you're satisfied. Once you're done, you're gonna rack it up, let it dry. Now, why the big deal with these Walden glove balls? A, they don't have any seams, so you won't have any seam marks on your glove. B, they have some weight without being way too heavy. So you can break in your pocket, form your pocket the way you want to. And since it doesn't have any seams, rubbing out all the wrinkles that may happen is another advantage. So again, don't delay. Get some Walden glove break-in balls, and I plan on getting a hammer soon today.
Do it.
All right, now we've got our bucket for which we're going to do this glove. The Rawlings Pro 2R4 2 TIG. This beautiful glove, thanks to Hardcore Gloves on Instagram. Great dude. And now we're going to dunk. We're going to bring it up and I take a look over the leather. Just make sure we got water enough everywhere. We're just going to go back in again for a little bit more just to make sure we got all the leather nice and covered. There we go. Now we're cooking. You get this shaken off and we'll get ready to do some pounding. All right, now that we've got our glove out of the water, again, we're just gonna focus in on some hand work. Especially focusing on the heel and our hinges. And again, we decided we're gonna go 2 in the pinky on this guy. We got our Walden glove ball. This is going to smooth out a lot of the leather. Any kind of wrinkles we may have left after doing our shaping. And if we want roll fingers, it definitely helps with that. And I'm using the BJK method of kind of making small adjustments as I hammer here. To get a more natural feel in the thumb and pinky hinges. All right, I'm going to continue finishing up here, and then we'll put this on the rack to dry. See you on the other side.
Several days later.
All right, guys, so this glove has dried, and it's now time to wake it up. Now, I'm only going to be doing this on the Emery, since A, the Rawlings is still drying, and then B, it's kind of redundant because the wake up method is the same on both gloves. So in the interest of saving you time and having to listen to me prattle on, we're going to go ahead and wake this glove up. Basically, all we're going to do is just hit all of our points again. Just basically after it's been wet and it dries, it stiffens back up real good. So what we're going to do is just kind of use our mouth to hit some of the key points and loosen it back up. All right, here we go.
Working all night, need more though. I remember nights I was poor though. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up.
Okay, so we've got it woken up. It's still a little stiff, but honestly, with the sink break-ins, they just... some gloves come out real juicy, some don't. But basically what we're going to do now is condition it and then get it ready, good to go. But yeah, basically with the wake up, all you're really doing is just hitting the key points again, just to wake up the glove. And usually I do a little handwork too. It just kind of helps. But yeah, we'll put some conditioner on this bad boy and get it rocking and rolling. And if y'all remember, I love using the Ball Players Balm. Good stuff. We'll just get a little bit on here. And a little bit goes a long way. There's no exact method to the madness. Usually I start from the palm, go to the fingers, then the thumb, and finally hit the web last. And we'll get some more on the inside. And then I usually kind of take my fingertips, put them in the can, and then use my hand to kind of get all the spots the brush can't get to. Alright, we're going to let that cure and we'll be all done.
You sure about that?
Alright guys, we're back after our gloves are dried and this one's pretty sweet. Remember, this is the one we did the bucket break-in on, and I must say, she broke in really nicely. The Rawlings Pro 204-2 TIG. I love the colorway on this. I don't know if that's technically timber glaze or what exactly brown that is, but very lovely color. Honestly, the 204, if you like two in the pinky and your infielder, this is perfect. Nice deep pocket, and yeah, just this particular glove, very gorgeous. Love it. The water break-in, the bucket break-in, absolutely awesome with that one. Now we've come back to our Emery, the Night Ops. And this one was our sink break-in, still broken very nice. I do say with this Emery, if you like two in the pinky but you want a real shallow pocket, this guy is right up your alley. You can play two in the pinky very well, but it has a nice shallow pocket. The pocket is shallow enough that you can still do all the transfers and stuff that middle infielder should without it being too deep, like it's taking forever to get the ball out of the pocket. I am kind of concerned about how the Cordura will hold up over time, but honestly, since it's on the back of the glove, I'm not too terribly concerned about it. And the leather on the palm just feels really solid, so I think this guy's going to hold up for a long time. So this particular design, I believe, is discontinued, so you're going to have to find it on eBay or a shop that still has a few of these in stock. But I love this pattern, especially with that mint on the inside of the handstall. Very nice. But yeah, whether you're doing sink, or bucket break-in. Personally, my favorite is the bucket break-in. I feel that even though you do have to wait longer for it to dry, it just produces the better results right off the get-go as far as breaking it in. Now, if you do need to do a sink break-in, either because you're a first time using water, or you just have a glove that sometimes, with certain gloves, the lace is bleeding, you really don't want to do a bucket break-in because the bleeding can get all over the glove. That's what happened with our catcher's mitt I've got another video on. So I had to do a spray break-in, and I'll show you how that's done on that video. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this. Catch me on the next video, brother!
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?